Alright guys, we have come after a minute and we are going to start our ledgers. The very first step is to choose the title of the ledger. For title, whatever is coming in your journal entries, you will make its ledger. Like it's cash, we will be making ledger capital, purchase, Mahmood, furniture, Qasim, sales. So whatever element is present in your journal entries, you will make its ledger. So first element which is vacant is cash. We are going to make ledger for cash very first. Now here we will be giving the title for the first ledger, which we have chosen is cash. Now we will be putting amounts in our ledger and we will be focusing only upon cash. So if cash is present on debit side, we will put it on debit side. If cash is present on credit side, we will put uh, if cash is present on debit side, we will put it on debit side of ledger. If cash is present on credit side, we will put cash on credit side of the ledger. Here we have completed our lines. Now be focused. This is your first amount, February 1st. Cash is debited by 2 lakh rupees. Now put the date February 1 and choose the debit side. This is what I was saying. If cash is present on debit side, you can see you will put amount on debit side. How much amount it is? 2 lakh. So put 2 lakh on debit side. It's time to see its reference. How you will write the reference? If you have debited the cash, see what is written on the opposite side. 2 capital is written at the opposite side, so you will write the same 2 capital as a reference. Date we have mentioned, reference has been mentioned, and amount has been posted. It means this 2000 is completed, so we are going to mark it as it has been done. To mark, we can choose any different color so that it cannot be mingled. Now listen to me, why I had marked these entries. Just for the reason, one reason very important for you is when there are these many journal entries, you can see over here, and it's never ending journal entries are present, so there is chance of skipping one entry. This is the first reason. You may skip one entry, but if you will mark it, you can see it's not ending. If you will mark it, it means we are satisfied that entry has already been posted and it is not skipped. This was our first fear, that entry might be skipped. And second fear is of doubling. It may be possible when large number of amounts are present, one amount can be posted for more than one time. Mean posted can, that posting maybe we are posting the same amount for twice or thrice, since amounts are similar as well. To save ourselves, we will mark it and we will not be attentive to that entry which has already been posted, so fear of doubling would also be minimized. Hopefully you can understand. I suggest you, whenever you get the ledgers in your paper, just mark them first. First entry, February 1, 2 lakh, amount is posted, we have marked as it has been done. Now we will see where else cash is present. So just proceed, start your journey to look for cash. Here another cash we have seen, it is credited by 16,000. Cash is credited by 16,000. We will go to the credit side and we'll put 16,000 on the credit side. You can see what we have done. When 2 lakh was present on debit side, we have chosen debit side of ledger. Now 16,000 is present on credit side, so we have chosen credit side of the ledger as well. For 16,000, we are needed to put the reference. What is written on the opposite side? It is furniture. So under particulars, write furniture with an additional word of buy. Whenever you will write anything in particular column on credit side, you will use buy an additional word as a coefficient, and whenever you are writing anything under particulars on debit side, you will write 2. So here we have completed entry for 16,000. Look at that, the date February 2B. So put date February 2B over here. Date is mentioned, reference is mentioned, amount is posted. That means this 16,000 has been completed. So mark it as it has been done. Now It's not the end of cash. We will continuously look at cash wherever it would be present. We will pick it and post in our ledger. Now on February 3rd, we again have seen the cash which is credited by 8,000. Look at this. This 8,000 is credited. We will go to the credit side and we'll put 8,000 in amount column. On credit side, it's time to see 8,000 reference. Here you can see what is written on the opposite side, that is stationery. This stationery will be used as reference and we will be writing it in particular column. For 8,000, see the date, that is February 3rd. Put date February 3rd. Date is written, reference is written, and amount has been posted 8,000. It means this amount has been completed, so you can mark it as it has been done. After 8,000, we will be looking cash again, and here cash arrived on 4th February and 60,000 is credited. So we will choose credit side in the ledger and we'll write 60,000 in credit column. Look at its reference of 60,000. What is written on the opposite side? That is Mahmood. So write down by Mahmood, and Mahmood was account payable. Write account payable. This way reference is completed. For 60,000, what was the date? It was February 4. So put February 4 date. Date is mentioned, reference is mentioned, amount has been posted 60,000. So this 60,000 has been completed. Mark it as it has been done. And continue journey to search cash. We have seen cash again, 30,800. February 5, cash is debited by 30,800. So put 30,800 over here on debit side. And now see what is reference for 30,800. Qasim is written on the opposite side, so same would be used for reference, and you will write Qasim on debit side. Qasim was your account receivable. It is important to mention account receivable as well. So what we are going to do is to write account receivable beside it. So this way your reference is completed, 30,800. And now look at the date, which is February 5B. Put February 5B in date column. Meaningly, date is mentioned, a reference is given, amount has been posted 30,800. That means this amount is picked and posted. Mark it as it has been done. 30,800 is completed. Start looking cash again. Here we have found out the cash which is credited by 1200. We will go to the credit side of the cash and we'll post 1200 in credit column. And now see for 1200 cash is credited. What is written on the opposite side? It is carriage. So we are going to put carriage over here for reference. Carriage is written. Now see, date of carriage is what? February 6. Mention your date. Date is written, reference is mentioned, and amount of 1200 has been posted. It means this is accomplished. Mark it as it has been done. So what we are doing, the entries which are being posted into the ledger, we are marking it, and believe me, each and every entry over here will be marked in ledger. No matter the title of the ledger would be changed or date would be changed, but each and every amount, what I am saying, these many entries are present, and each and every amount on debit side or credit side, all amounts will be posted in the ledger. That is why we are marking it. So this cash was posted on credit side 1200. Again cash arrived on credit side 12,000. So we will go to the credit side and we'll post 12,000 rupees in credit column. So look what was the reference for this 12,000. Purchase is written on the opposite side. So this purchase will be used for the reference. Reference has been written. Now see for 12,000 what was the date. It is February 8. Go and write down February 8 in date column. Date is mentioned, reference is given, amount has been posted. 12,000 is completed, so mark it as it has been done. 12,000 February 8. Again start your search for cash and we will go down and we see cash. Okay, cash again arrived on February 11. 38,000 is credited. We will go to the credit side and we'll write 38,000 in date column. It's now to see its reference of 38,000. This was 38,000 we have found out. Cash was credited by 38,000 and what is written on the opposite side, Mahmood. So Mahmood will be used for the purpose of reference by Mahmood, who was account payable. Let's see for 38,000 what was the date. This was 38,000, you can see over here. February 11 is the date. Put February 11 in date column. Date is mentioned. Reference is mentioned. 38,000 has been posted. So you can put 38,000 as completed entry. Mark is it as it has been done. 38,000 is completed. Let's go further. Again, cash has been arrived February 12. 800 is credited. So choose credit column and write down 800 in amount column. See what was the reference of 800. You can see 800 is credited. What is written on the opposite side? Wages. So put wages as reference, but beside wages don't forget to put by, because we are following a particular procedure where every element which is written in particular column of credit side, you will put the quotient coefficient by, that means additional word of by. Now look at 800's date. This was your 800. February 12 was the date. Put February 12 in date column. Confirm it. February 12 was the date. Yes, date has been mentioned and we have a written reference as well. Amount has been posted. It means 800 is completed over here. This was 800 of cash we have posted on credit side. Mark it as it has been done and start your search for cash again. Again we have received cash February 13. Cash is credited by 1600. So we are going to put 1600 on credit side. Now look for its reference. You can see over here cash was credited and what is written on opposite side? Carriage. So put reference over here by carriage. Here you can see carriage has been written in the reference. For 1600, what was the date? February 13. Put date February 13 in date column. Date is mentioned, reference is given, 1600 is posted. In other meaning, this 1600 is completed, accomplished. Mark it as it has been done. So after this 1600, let's go forward and search cash. We have seen cash again. It is credited by 16,000. We will choose credit side. We'll write 16,000 in amount column. See its reference. This was 16,000 we have posted. What is written on the opposite side? Purchase. Go and write by purchase over here. It's time to see 16,000. Date of 16,000 February 15. Put February 15 in date column. Date completed. Reference we have written. Amount has been posted. We have completed our work for 16,000. That means this 16,000 is completed. Mark it as it has been done. After this cash, start looking for cash again. Yes, we have found out February 18, 80,000 is debited. So we'll go to the debit side. We'll put 80,000 in amount column. Let's see why 80,000 was debited. You can see 80,000 is debited and Wahid is written on the opposite side. We will write to Wahid as reference. It's time to see its date, 80,000. So where was 80,000? Let me check. 80,000 Wahid. 80,000. Yes, it has arrived 80,000, and Wahid was account receivable February 18. Put the date first, February 18, and now you are supposed to write account receivable as well. It will help us to make accuracy in our ledger. So what we have done, date February 16 is written, reference Wahid is written, amount 80,000 has been posted. So let's mark this 80,000 as completed entry. After 80,000, again we are starting our search. So we have found out cash 32,000 on debit side, 32,000 is written on debit side. We have chosen the same debit side in ledgers as well. It's time to see this 30,000. You have cash, and what is written on the opposite side? To sale. So put to sales in reference. Okay, and go see the date for 32,000. This was the cash 32,000, and February 19B is the date. Put February 19B date. Date is mentioned, reference is given, 32,000 amount has been posted. It means this 32,000 is completed. This was your cash February 19B completed. Mark it as it has been done. After this 22,000, in the very next entry we have again seen cash which is credited by 1600. So here we will put 1600 on credit column, and now see the reference of this 1600. This cash was posted. What is written on the opposite side? Wages. So put wages over here as a reference. Now see for 1600, what was the date? February 20. Here we will write February 20. Date is mentioned, reference is given, and amount has been posted 1600. It means this 1600 is completed. So we are marking it as it's a completed entry. After which, let's begin our search again. Cash is credited 28,800. So here we are coming on credit side 28,800. Let's see its reference. This 28,000 we have posted. What is written on the opposite side? SN account payable. So you will use word by SN, who was your account payable, written 28,800. This cash is written, reference is given, date is February 21. Put date February 21 over here. So 28,000 entry, we can see that 28,000 amount has been written, reference given, February 21 date has been mentioned. So it means we have completed February 21st entry. This cash has been posted. Mark it as it has been done. After 28, let's see where else cash is present. We have found out again cash 29,200 credit. So come over here and write down 29,200 on credit side. See its reference 29,200. Cash is credited. What is written on the opposite side? It's purchase. So we are going to write purchase as a reference with an additional word of buy. Okay, now let's see 29,200 date, which is February 24. Putting the date over here 24. I just want to share one thing. Look at the work we are doing. It's not complicated, but there are several steps to complete one ledger. If you will lose your focus, if you will lose your attention, and within a second you will be doing some mistakes. So don't lose your uh, active brain, don't lose your attention, and be very much attentive to your posting. February 24, After February 24, we will see if cash is present. Yes, February 24 cash is present, 29,200. Have we posted? Yes, we have posted February 24th entry, and we are going to mark it as it has been done. After 24, cash again is present on credit side, 80,000. So we will be putting 80,000 on credit side. See what is reference for this 80,000. You can see Mahmood is written on debit side. So we are going to write Mahmood by Mahmood, who was account payable. Let's see for 80,000 what was the date, February 25. Put date February 25 beside Mahmood, and now okay, we have posted the date, reference is completed, amount has been posted 80,000. So mark 80,000 as it has been completed. This way we are completing our ledger step by step and looking for the cash. Here cash arrived again, debit 40,000. Go to the debit side and write down 40,000 in amount column. Now it's time to see its reference of 40,000. Qasim is written on the opposite side. It will be used as reference. So to Qasim on debit side, see 40,000 date, which is February 26. Put date over here, February 26. And now for 40,000, cash is debited, reference is written, date is also mentioned for February 26, 40,000. So just mark this entry as it has been done. Now see if cash is present anywhere else as well. Here you can see cash is present 1600 on credit side. So write down 1600 on your credit column and look, the reference for this 1600, cash was credited, and what is written on the opposite side, carriage. So put carriage over here. Alright, carriage you have written on reference. For February, this 1600 has been posted, February 27 is the date. Put date over here. This way date is mentioned, reference is given, and amount has been posted.